Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Hey everyone, welcome to day 26 of the World Watercolor Month that I'm taking part in this year. And I'm doing a botanical month, so everything is to do with flowers and botanical illustration and all the fun stuff that we love. I have gone ahead and done the same as I've done yesterday, and we're going to create a mandala again. I have also stamped out the swatches, which is from my palette swatches set, and as always I'll be using a number of botanical elements from my summer florals, botanicals or florals stamping sets. They are all available except for the florals, which is sold out. They're available on my website alyonacreates.com, so head over there if you're interested. I'd be happy to see you. I will start with this little daisy, which I always find so ornamental and beautiful because it's dainty and it has shape to it, it has enough detail to it. So we're going to use it as our kind of largest element, besides the flower itself, of course. And I think I'm going to stamp it so that the top flower kind of facing in a straight line, because if I wouldn't do that, if I would go according to the beginning of the stamp, then it would kind of tilt that way. So once I've done that, I'm going to repeat the same step on the other three sides. I'll do the bottom first and again on the other two. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this element here to fill in the 4 empty spots. Also going in the middle because I want to leave enough space to add some little filler botanical elements on each side. Because I want to elongate the top and the bottom to kind of stretch it out a bit, I'm going to use this element here, and I'm going to stamp it just at the top and the bottom. Now I'm going to think about small elements to fill in between here. I think it could be anything like this berry here. Just making sure it would fit in everywhere, that's important. Okay, so it looks like it will fit in. So I'm just going to stamp it partially, so not through its entire length, roughly where it starts, where it sort of connects, where the 3 lines are connecting. And I'm going to do that on all of the other 5 areas. Make sure you're not stamping over other lines because you want to have that crisp, clean look for the mandala. This sketchbook is getting so chunky now because I'm getting to the end of it. And I'm really excited to do a flip through for you when we finish the watercolor month. So I'm going to clip it in just to flatten it out slightly. And now I'm going to line everything out. And those berries fit in perfectly into those small spaces. So I'm just going to follow all of the lines, enjoying this meditative state of mind, listening to the rain outside. We had the strangest weather this summer in UK. I quite missed that lockdown heat and summer. Here we go. So that's our length. I'm going to do the same to the bottom and kind of just spread out as I go, but you can go clockwise. I tend to do it in different ways. I have also filled in the berries with a black liner just to bring some extra bit of contrast. And now I'm going to think about the color of the main flower, and I think today I might do the red and then mix in the opera pink into it. So that's a gorgeous color. And now I'm going to start by adding it into the flower just like we did day 25 and the other days in the previous illustrations.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet,
Now I'm going to go over, thickening the line, washing my brush out, adding a little bit of color. Now washing my brush out even more, and just with water, not too much of water, and just blending the edges like so, bringing the color towards the center. Now I think I'm going to add that pink, opera pink, into the small daisy petals, just as it is. Now just with that red on its own, I'm going to add it into these flowers at the top.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Now I want to have a juicy green. I think the green that we used yesterday, I really like that, and it would work beautifully with this color palette. I'm going to add it on its own into these leafy parts. And now I'm going to add yellow into this green. This green already has quite a bit of yellow, but I'm just going to bring out more yellow, and that will sit very nicely with these little daisies.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Looking at this color palette, I feel like I want to add a yellow glaze to this flower. Somehow it's not sitting very well for me. For that, you need to have a completely dry first layer of watercolor. Then I'm going to layer our yellow over the top, and you'll see how that will change things. Also remember how watercolor is water soluble, so it will lift as you go, and it will also blend on the paper, so the two colors will blend on the paper. So now we have got this beautiful vibrant mix with the pink still coming through from underneath. We haven't lost it, but we just brought vibrancy in there, which is now sitting really well with this color palette right here. I'm also going to take my round one, go back into Opera Pink, and just with the tip of it, just highlight the petals. And I'm not going to blend anything out. I like this quite ornamental style, and I'm going to leave it as little dots. And now let's go ahead and swatch all of the colors. So we used a yellow. I think we only used 4 colors, so I'm going to do the same as I've done in the previous one. Then we went with the red. Next one is Opera Pink. I'm doing 4 swatches for Opera Pink to stretch it out. If they're sitting too close together, you can lift some of the color to make them look different enough. And finally the green. So here they are. Our mandala for day 26 is done, and it's been such a joy to illustrate it and paint it today. And that's the color palette. So compared to yesterday, we swapped the orange for the red, and that's the effect that we got. I also used more of the pink. I hope you enjoyed this mandala, and I will see you tomorrow for day 27.